have done my own research and then I have found, I've checked on the AMD site, I have read what other roads, tried myself, talked to people, and I found that the AMD 700 Fire Pro D700 matches specs of the AMD W9000. So the D500 is slightly different compared to the D8000. So 7000, 8000, 9000, 7000, 8000, 9000. I've conducted my research and I found that you might say, hey Mark, you're an idiot because you buy the 5000, you got like 3 gigs, right, of the VRAMs, right, times 2. You compare to the top of the line graphic cards, the notebook card found in the top of the line 27-inch iMac. Well, the Mac Pro should be faster because we are comparing with like 6 gigabytes of RAM and 4 gigabytes of RAM. You buy the custom to others, iMac top of the line. You're right, but I'm not wrong. Because why? If you want to get the most out of the so-called dual GPU system, that particular application that you are using must be able or must be specifically designed to harness the dual GPU system. That's the point. For instance, of course, without doubt, Apple's Final Cut Pro 10, the latest update. That's it, because Apple sells Mac Pro. I ran the Batman, like graphic intensive games, and at the time, I used many applications to try to measure, to try to see, like some sort of iSet Pros, Blackmagic Taste, Geekbench, and I found that at the time, the Mac Pro was using just one GPU. So, if the application that you are using doesn't support dual GPU system, there's no point to buy the Mac Pro. Why do we have to buy the Mac Pro? It's way more expensive compared to the I'm going to talk about the bloody 4K display later on, but first of all, for the GPU, if you want to be faster than the iMacs, well, when you compare between the top of the line 4 GB 780 found inside the iMac and Pro, I'll make it a draw game. I mean, I'll keep both of them same score like 10-10 between the D500 and 780 M top of the line with the 4 gigabytes of RAM. I think they're almost identical. I don't know, but after I compared for many days, like read it drove me crazy. But so if you want to beat the shit out of the iMac, you have to go for the top of the line AMD's 5 Pros D700. You're gonna have to buy that one because that's AMD W9000. Yeah, one of the best. On Earth at the moment, one of the fastest GPU files on this planet at the moment. And of course, in the future, you can upgrade, you can expand. The things I hate the most about Mac Pro is the hard drive. The flash storage in the Mac Pro, the largest flash storage of the Mac Pro is 1 terabyte, which is not enough. You might say things like, Mark, I think you are wrong because I have found a way to merge an external drive to an internal drive using the RAID array, or I still do have the old Mac Pro 2010 chassis that I can make them the external drive that we have, like an internal drive, something of that kind. You're right, you can do that, but don't forget in my mind that probably you might wonder, Mark, you didn't say things about a Thunderbolt 2. You gotta be aware of one thing that I can't understand, but for the last couple of months that I've been through a numbers of Thunderbolt issues at the store because I work as a salesman. I have never seen, I think probably 1%, I've never really seen anyone who really used a Thunderbolt drive, like the real Thunderbolt, the real expensive like Pegasus Thunderbolt, like 8 terabyte or something. I've seen only probably 1 or 2. And I had a chance to write an article on a website. I made a reviews in time, but in time about the Thunderbolt adapter from Seagate, because as a store we do carry the Seagate's Backup Plus Go Flex series, and at the time I found that even you you plug the Thunderbolt adapter into a 2.5-inch rotational 5,400 RPMs rotational hard drive. Still perform slower compared to those regular like mass USB drives in the market, but still faster than USB 2 and 5. So the thing is, I don't really care about whether it's a Thunderbolt 2 or Thunderbolt 1 or anything. I'm going to sum up again about the hard drive. The new Mac Pro 2013 is upgradable but not expandable. So therefore in the future, if you might be able to find it cheap, of course, it should be pricey, right? Like 2 terabyte flash storage. Like 2 terabyte flash storage should be pricey, should be expensive. At least for the next 1 or 2 years, still very expensive. Of course you can change the drive, but at the moment now, right here and right now. If you want to compare between the iMac and Mac Pro, of course you buy the top 27 iMac. For me, I always persuade and kind of suggest or recommend people to buy the 3 terabyte Fusion drive. I think that one is the best value. Yes, Fusion drive is not as fast as the PCIe flash storage, but in terms of value, it won't be a huge difference. It's not like Fusion drive and the 2.5-inch rotational drive found these, the non-Retina 13 Mac would probably should upload this already with the HD4000. I think the internal drive of the Mac Pro 2013 is too small. You buy 1 terabyte. You buy top of the line. You buy the most expensive. You buy the iMac 27-inch, you got internal 3 terabytes up to 3 terabytes. You can upgrade your hard drive to 3 terabytes. What about the Pro? You got 1 confined, too small. Upgradable but not expandable. 4K technology is great. But the thing is, when we trace back into the histories, we have seen this great movie produced by great studio from around the world. At that time, we didn't have 4K displays. Even in Thailand now, probably a few percentage, like probably 1 to 3% of all my clients at the store really upgrade to Fusions or play around with spec, custom CTO stuff. Most of these people tend to you want to just get in and just buy a standard configs and just walk right out. And if you are a serious pro, I would suggest the Pro. The Mac Pro, because due to the unified thermal core, so better ventilation, won't be auto shutdowns or overheat, because there's a limit, right? And you may say, yes, I understand it, Mark. It's understandable. I understand this truly. I got the Apple Care protection plan. I got the Apple Care. I don't care. Okay, the motherboard fails. Who gives a shit? Send me back service centers, authorized service provider. I can have it replaced. Yes, you're right, but the thing is, it's going to take some time. But if you're going to be hurried to finish your project, the deadline is coming. You know what? Let me share with you things that I've learned for the past 7 years. Sometimes the deadline is better. Let me share with you my story. I got a chance to, because I'm a gamer. I have played every episode of Final Fantasy except the 8. Started 20 years ago. Do you remember the movie called Final Fantasy? At that time, CG animation. The movie failed desperately. The studio lost almost $100 million because those CG actors in the movie Final Fantasy were not so real. Did you notice that the hair density of Dr. Aki Ross, man who plays the primary roles of the movie, the hair density of the character at that time was only 50% compared to a real human. And you know why? Because the technology, the processor at that time could not run fast enough to generate the full hair density of Dr. Aggie Ross. So for instance, I am trying to make this video at the moment, right? And I want to upload this video tomorrow. And I'm using for instance the 1080p camera right there. So But I got a very slow computer, like for instance, like MacBook Pro, like a 2010, 2009 dual core processor. So if I want to be able to upload my video tomorrow, 1080p, it's not possible, right? To like, import to like probably iMovie, okay? Let alone Final Cut, just iMovie. It's gonna take some time. So I have to lower my job's quality. I have to lower my standard in order to be on time. Okay, to be able to upload my video tomorrow. That was the reason why. I think Mac Pro is great. It's really great for Pro. And this time it's really quiet. We're about to say like 15 decibel, right? Matches the volumes of the noise generated by the Mac Mini desktop. I got the Mac Mini 2010. The bottom line, if you want to buy the Mac Pro 2013, I would recommend 8 cores, at least 32 gigabytes of RAM. AMD FirePro 500, D500 or 700, but I strongly suggest the D700. And at least 512 gigabytes of the flash storage, but to be perfectly honest, I would strongly suggest you go for the 1 terabyte. I'm Thai, I have never been outside this country before, and I'm a poor man. I've lost my house. This house is broken due to the flood about a few years ago. The only reason that I decided to make this video because, you know what, for the last 4 years I've made almost 500 videos and I've reached like more than 8 million views around the world. So I got a fan page on Facebook that has become a page for free apps. I've done everything for free. The only reason that if tomorrow I might die, probably like motorcycle accident or anything, I've left something to the world. I hope you have learned something from my speech today. If you want to communicate with me, you want to reach me, you want to ask me, try not to leave your question underneath this video because I won't read. I will not read comments underneath my video. It doesn't mean I'm so great or I can't catch it because a few years ago I've read many people, I've read some video from those great people like celebrity on YouTube, and they always say, well, I can't catch up to comments. And at the time when you suck, you think you're so great, like you never spend your time with your fans, like you're so great, someday you'll be out of the business. But the only reason that I won't read any comments underneath this video because it doesn't mean that I don't want to help you. But sometimes I've received like bad comments about my skin tone, my nationality, my English, argument, controversy. I don't want to fight with anyone anymore, I don't have time. I'm getting old. It's been 4 years since I started my first video in 2010. I think in January. Now it's 2014 February. It's been 4 years. If you want to communicate with me, you go to my Facebook. And I just ask for one simple favor. Please kindly like it. And if you think your question is quite like useful to others, probably you can post on my page. Or it goes to my inbox or anything. So don't leave your question underneath this video because I won't read. Because nobody wants pain. We all want to avoid pains and gain pleasure. And to be perfectly honest, I really can't catch up comments too. If you have made 500 videos on YouTube, you try make 500 text video or anything on YouTube's. Okay, I've reached like more than 8 million views and got some fans and stuff. You can't catch up with those things because you're gonna take time to separate between between things that, my word taking the time to answer or paying attention or some craps or trashes. So you want to communicate with me, go to my Facebook, post on my timeline or probably, leave. Or if your questions might happen to involve like a personal concern or anything, leave your questions in my inbox. I hope I have contributed something to you. I hope that you have learned something from this video.